What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Heywood here from Big Nice Crew Productions and Team RTFC, welcoming you to yet another episode of Good Times with Retro Rich and Fun for Five. That's right, it's Wednesday. It's time for another Fun for Five. And, well, as we've been ever increasingly doing so, I think it's time for another arcade Fun for Five. Right there from the Legends Arcade Ultimate Cabinet itself. So, what's the game? Well, if you guys remember from Monday, we played Zillion on the Sega Master System. There's no arcade equivalent to Zillion on the Sega Master System, so we can't do Zillion on the Legends Arcade Cabinet. But this weekend was July 4th weekend, Independence Day weekend, so I said, well, you know what? Let's get some, patriotic stuff going on here at the channel. So I selected Captain America and the Avengers for the Legends Arcade Cabinet. It's the Data East arcade game. And to be honest, I'd never played in this one. And I mean, when you look at the preview, it looks like just a standard beat 'em up like an X-Men and Simpsons and all that kind of stuff. But this game definitely threw me a curveball. So I hope that there's enough time in the footage, in our pre-recorded footage, that I will be able to show you what this game does. And if not, maybe we'll just keep talking about this game until then. But man, it definitely threw me some curveballs. So what we're gonna do during this Fun for Five, just to make sure I get there, is I'm gonna add in the wiki stuff as we're watching the content. I'm not gonna do the overlays. We're just gonna watch the gameplay. But as part of my banter, I'm gonna pull up the wiki and we're gonna go over a little fun facts about the game and that kind of stuff. So, without any further ado, let's hop in to the game and check it out. It's Captain America and the Avengers for the arcade via the Legends Ultimate Arcade Cabinet. Let's go. Of course, a reminder that winners don't use drugs. Of course, you got the Data East logo and the Avengers coming up right away. And, in the preview, I think this is actually what you see in the one of the preview windows, and it's just Captain America just going to town, beating up people, doing all that kind of stuff. You've got 4 people that you can select. You've got Vision, Iron Man, Captain America, and Hawkeye, and of course, you got to roll. You got to roll with Captain America, right? I mean, I don't know, I did. So get a little story there. Red Skull's up to no good. He's got all these different villains, and he's, gonna just, rob some things, and then he's gonna use this mind control machine and control all these enemies. I don't know why he couldn't just be like, hey, we should do this, but I don't know. It's Red Skull. He's just not a very nice dude. So anyway, he's going on there. He's wreaking havoc. He's gonna build this giant laser to, I don't know, blow up the Earth or something. I don't know. It's typical bad guy stuff. That's what happens. And then you just, this opens just like every single other beat 'em up that I've ever seen. It's just, you've got your main hero character and you just go to town on endless enemies. I do like the fact that the environments are so unbelievably destructible. And since you are a superhero, it is kind of realistic that you're able to walk up to the cola machine, like I did just a couple minutes ago, pick it up and just launch it in the air. That's really cool. I mean, it makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel, like you really got something going on here, and you're not just, just some dude, just up against waves and waves and waves of enemies that wind up becoming maybe a little unrealistic, in the like the Art of Fighting and not Art of Fighting, like Final Fight and Double Dragon and that kind of stuff. It's like, how many times you're gonna have people that are 300 plus pounds heavier than you, like the Bobos and Double Dragon and stuff like that, and you're really gonna tell me you're gonna win against all those guys and you keep going and you keep beating up these guys over and over and over again? I mean, I don't know. That's just me. But if you're Captain America, you get the Super Soldier Serum. You got enough HP to to do what you need to do, and then you just get down to business. So here you're fighting against Living Laser and Claw. They're like sub enemies. But I do like the fact that they kind of split the levels, where you've got some action, and then maybe a mini boss, and then some more action, then a big boss, and then the level goes, which is kind of cool. I like the way that they've gonna kind of cut the action down there. The levels aren't really too long, but other things to talk about. Oh man, the soundtrack is pretty slamming. I'm enjoying that. It's the sound effects are also kind of on point. There are a little annoying things. The guy with the laser, that sound effect could get a little grating, but most of the main battle actions and battle sound effects, I mean, they're pretty on point. It's pretty good stuff. So we're moving right along here, and then we've got a fight with, I think that's Whirlwind, in a little bit. But first, we gotta clean some more riffraff. I like the backgrounds. That's looking really cool. The the colors are really good. I mean, typical arcade stuff from this late 80s, early 90s. As we go to the wiki real quick to check it out. This was in 1991, so very early 90s. So looking good for that. As we fight Whirlwind, we'll go through. Of course, the developer is Data East, with Real-Time Associates doing the SNES and handheld versions of the game, because this was ported. Published also by Data East. Director was Iwayu Haroda. Producer Koji Jinbo. Designers Hidenbu Ito and Hirashi Yujama. Artist was Manasuri Tokuro, and composers Tatsuya Kiichi and Tamayoshi Sato. So definitely some things I'd be looking at for those composers for some future Good Times with Retro Rich episodes, where we talk about some cool VGM, because this is definitely one of those soundtracks. I'm like, I definitely see and hear the cool rhythms and like that kind of stuff. I'm really gonna be interested in checking out more about this game. So, some more release information. It was on the following platforms, of course: the arcade, the Super NES, the Mega Drive Genesis, the Sega Game Gear, which was also very cool. It's very cool to see the Sega Game Gear on that list. The Game Boy and the NES. This game was at a lot of different places, and I cannot believe I didn't actually see or notice anything about this game, which is not necessary. I guess maybe it's not really surprising, because I kind of missed growing up. I kind of missed that whole 8-bit, 16-bit generation whole cloth, because I was kind of stuck in Master System 7800 land. So, but this is pretty cool. But here we go. Here it is. Getting back to the game here. All of a sudden, this game turns into a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, which is crazy. So, and also crazy is the inhuman ability of Captain America to just launch this vibranium shield like it's a bullet over and over and over again. It's pretty rad. But hey, that's what happens to these arcade games. You gotta, let your disbelief go a little bit. But this is it's really cool. I love these stages, and this is a perfect way of breaking up that kind of monotony or the drone to some of those beat 'em up games. I mean, it's really cool if you've got a really good beat 'em up that just feels nice. And those games, okay, you could probably play this for hours, but there are some that are like, all right, well, it's the same. You punch, you kick, you jump. Okay, the actions are a little bit okay. Maybe the hitbox is a little loose. And you're like, I don't know about these games, but I'll just keep playing it because I just want to get through it. But this game, kind of breaks it up, where you're playing these side-scrolling levels and the beat-em-up stuff. And I'm telling you right now, these side-scrolling levels are wicked fun to play. They're really, really cool. So definitely cool stuff to check out. As we go along, apparently the original arcade game, there was sold in two forms. One version allowed 4 players to play simultaneously, with each player position controlling a specific character, and an alternate version was a 2-player cabinet, which allowed the players to select from any of the 4 available characters, which was kind of cool. All right, we already know about the ports and releases. Some cool references. An arcade cabinet of this game is spotted in the 1994 comedy Airheads. That's a deep cut movie right there, Airheads. And one page of Matt Fraction's run of the Hawkeye comics directly lists from the arcade games artwork, which is kind of cool. I wonder which issue it was. Because I always love when there was like references in comics and stuff to other things in the world, and then you can like go and get that issue, and it's like kind of like immortalized in, on the page. It's kind of cool. Let's go to reception real quick. In Japan, Game Machine listed Captain America and the Avengers on their January 1, 1992 issue, being the 4th most successful table arcade unit of the month. However, the game only managed to sell about 500 arcade units in Japan. That was not a lot. That is not a lot at all. In reviewing the Game Gear version, GamePro dismissed the game as a forgettable scroller with mediocre animation and sound. Ooh, yowza. Electronic Gaming Monthly gave it a 6.4 out of 10, saying it fares well on this Game Gear version, even without the 2-player simultaneous option. So, there was kind of 2 different takes there, but you know what that means? It means that I want to check out the Game Gear version, so we're gonna have to hunt that down. And because we've got the 3-in-1 right next to me, that means we can check them out on a future Fun for 5 when we start running on our SMS games. We can start sliding in those Game Gear games, because it's kind of like the same thing. It's pretty neat. So, okay, yeah, we've kind of know the story and all the different enemies. That's kind of cool. Yeah, nothing else really here to talk about other than the references and stuff that we just did. So we're gonna close the wiki. We're gonna finish this fight against the Green Reaper, which we just did, and that about takes us to that 5-minute mark. So awesome. Grim Reaper has regained his consciousness. Red Skull has commanded him to fight the Avengers to the finish. What does Red Skull plan next? I don't know. What will they be challenged with next? As we hit this pause button and then go to the wrap up. Hello, guys. If you would like to know what happens at the end of this game, you can go to the Retro Rich Heywood channel, located in the link below, and a full playthrough of the game will be available just for you. As of course we do anytime we do an arcade game, I try to play the entire game full. Of course, I've got infinite quarters over there behind me in that Legends Ultimate cabinet, so I can just about get through anything. But I do try to pick games that are in that 20, 25-ish, half-hour-ish mark, so that way it's not too long for you guys to watch, but you can watch from start to finish an arcade game being played by myself on that channel. I live stream them mostly on Sundays, so you can hop in and say hi while I'm playing. Sometimes I'll pause and say hi. Sometimes I won't, because I am trying to record the entire session. So if I don't get back to you for a little bit, just wait to the end of the level, and usually I'll say hi and that kind of stuff. One of these days I'm going to figure out how to get direct capture off of that machine, so that way I can live stream with my microphone and another camera. Get some really cool setups going on, but it's another day. So I'm wondering, well, if you guys are wondering, did I find the fun in the 5 minutes of playing Captain America and the Avengers on the arcade via the Legends Ultimate Arcade Cabinet? Boom. Sure did. There's the fun. It was found. It's totally awesome. I really like this game. I was kind of blown away by the fact that it had that scrolling shooter / beat 'em up kind of angle with it. I really enjoyed it. I've definitely enjoyed it. I recommend it highly. If you have a Legends Ultimate cabinet and have the means to get that game, give it a whirl, for sure. If you have a hankering for going out and collecting something, you're looking for a recommendation, hey, if you're into Captain America, you're into beat 'em ups, and you're into shooters, give it a whirl, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. I really like the way that they angle the story too. It's really cool. It is kind of satisfying at the end too, when you get to the end. It does get really hectic. So if you're on the arcade version, be sure to hit hit that quarter button and keep giving yourself extra life and stuff like that. It is neat, though, in the arcade version, the quarters actually just give you life rather than just give you continues. So I played through the entire game and I didn't lose a single life because I kept giving myself back life with the quarter button. That was a cool trick. I like the system like that. It makes it really easy to play and fun too, which is cool. So, with all that being said, it is time now to say thank you to not only you for watching, but to the friends for just being there, because they're awesome. They're awesome people. You got OB Pete in there. You got RetroKill-9, Ed, he's in there, and of course my brother Mike, NLG, right there. Check them out. Check everybody else in the squares. Check them all of these guys. Check them all out. Give them likes, give them subs, give them all the cool things. A lot of these people do live shows. Some of the people I just mentioned, Mike from Next Level Gaming does a Thursday show, dynamite, awesome stuff. Definitely check that out. Of course, you've got OAB Pete. He's got 2 live shows that he normally does. This is a little bit of a hiatus period. I'm not going to be doing too many in the month of July because, you know, it's everybody's going on vacations and that kind of stuff. But usually the Evercast and, of course, Amico All Access Saturday and Sundays respectively on OAB Pete's channel. Check them out when they are back because they're awesome. And then give him some love, of course. Then, of course, if you want some more Evercade, since we just talked about the Evercast, it's going on its hiatus, but they will probably not. Let's go across the pond to the other friends. Check them out. You got the Evercade fans group on Facebook. You've got the Evercade live session run by It's Much More. That guy James is a really awesome dude. He's got awesome guests all the time. He puts together a really great panel. It's really cool. Can't wait to be on with him again, talking about some Evercade. It's awesome, awesome stuff. So check them out. Again, likes, subs, all that kind of stuff. That brings us to us here at Bacon Ice Cream Productions. Once again, we thank you so much for checking us out. And, well, what's going to happen tomorrow? Not too sure. Thursday's one of those weird enigma things. But lately, we have been doing some Atari VCS stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised to see another Fun for 5 sneak its way in. And we'll do some more Atari VCS action. So if you're into that, come check us out tomorrow. But until next time, we will catch you next time for some good times. And if you could on the way out, hit that red button. That'd be awesome. Thank you. I almost forgot again. But, you know, that's what happens. But anyway, we'll catch you next time. For some good times, I'm Rich. We'll see you later.
Team RTFC.baconicecream.com